Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Dayanara, and yes, today, if you haven't seen my video which I posted 2 days ago, I was talking about how I came to Germany and how I met my husband. Part 1. So today we're gonna talk about part 2. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'll just put the link in the description down below, so you can just pause this video and watch that first if you want to. But if you already did watch it, then let's just do a quick recap and let's continue on our story time. So I was actually working as a nurse, a regular nurse, staff nurse in the Philippines before I came here. My life was busy, my life was a Filipina nurse. And I came to a point like I was like, I just want a break, I want a holiday. But the thing was, I didn't have the money for it. So I googled things. I was like, how to travel when you're broke. And Google suggested Aupair visa. What is this? So I was searching it online again. I was looking for the definition of Aupair. So then I just put then my profile on that website because you know you have nothing to lose anyway. So I did that. But I didn't thought that it was legit, or I was not thinking that it actually works. But as to my surprise, after 3 months, someone actually messaged me. It was like a family from Germany, and she wrote me an email on my email account. She was like, "Hey Diana, I've read your profile. I've read that you're a nurse in the Philippines and you're looking for a host family. You want to travel, and you know, and etc." So and then she told me like, "Yeah, if you want, I would love to host you and invite you here in my country to be my au pair." Long letter. Don't have to worry because I choose you particularly because I have my other workers are from the Philippines. They've been working for me for almost 10 years now. There's 2 Filipina housekeeper, also the nannies for my kids. And my current au pair, she's also a nurse from the Philippines. She's taking care of my son. She's been here for 2 years now, and I would love to invite another au pair to, you know, to strengthen the team. If you want to, then we'll do this very quick and you'll be here in 3 months. I just said, you know, let me just think about it. So I talked to my family and things like that, and I said, you know what, let's just do it. I have nothing to lose anyway. And as to my surprise, after 3 months, I came to Germany. This family is very, very rich. So I met all the Filipinas and I met the German nurses. I'm taking care of a boy. He's a sick boy, you know, he needs assistance. So because this family is rich, there's actually 5 nurses working for this boy. 5 German nurses and 1 nurse au pair. So we work in shifts, you know, it's sort of like a hospital in this house. So we work like there's like morning shift, afternoon shift, and night shift. So it's like a 24-hour care for this boy. To cut the story short, I was there now for 2 months. Everything was working well. I was kind of feeling like, oh, I know what to do already. I was also going to a German school because when you're an au pair, you have to also study the language. And I also met a guy who eventually became my boyfriend. He was actually my classmate. We were on the same class. And after 2 months, Madam, my host mom, told our team like, you know what? I want 1 more nurse. Let's take a guy. So I was like, because the boy, you know, it's good to have a brotherly figure, big brother figure. I was like, oh, cool. So I got excited. But the thing was, my colleague told me, you know what, girls? I'll show you a picture of this, our future co-worker. This is him. This is how he looks like. But hands off, because I want this guy, I want to reserve this guy for our other coworker who she was a single German nurse, our coworker, you know, and she was like, no, Filipinas, hands off. And I was like, excuse me, okay, I have a boyfriend, I'm not interested. But deep inside, you know, deep inside I was like, oh my god, I really want to meet this guy. Because I like Caucasian men. It's obvious. White guys are just my type. So and then after 2 days, Chris came to the house, and he got introduced. In my brain I was expecting like a Superman, you know what I mean, like blue eyes, blonde, very tall, buff, you know. Like Chris came. Nah, it was a little bit disappointing because it was not like that. When he came, it seems that he had slept for days because he looked tired and he looked like he didn't want to be there. Yeah, that's how you know what I mean. That's my first impression on him. I was like, you know, he was just not happy to be there or to meet us. And he was, and then our coworker said, yeah, this is Chris, and these are the Filipinas, this is Diana, this is Rina, and these are the girls. So yeah, welcome to the team. And Chris was just looking at us, and he was like, oh, hi. And that was it. And then he went out, and then that was it. There was no like communication, you know, that, oh, I'm so happy to be here, or, you know, it's so good to see you, girl. Things like that, like small talk. He was just like, oh, hi, I'm Chris. That's it. This guy's not for me. He's not a happy person. I don't like it. So the next day, he was only working there for, I think, 2 days or 3 days. And then he left and he flew to Egypt because he took a vacation leave directly for a month. So me and Rina were just like, oh, where is this guy now? No, he's on vacation. I was like, oh, okay. And then because we're Filipinas, we stalked directly on his Facebook. We were looking at the picture, and we didn't saw no pictures from girls. It was only guys. It was like Chris and another guy, or Chris and a friend from him. I don't know. For me, I was like, I think Chris is gay. Bayot man siguro ning bataan ni. After a month, he came back to work. He had a night shift at that time, and he was texting me at night, and he was like, hey Diana, and I was shocked. I was like, oh, who is this? Because this is my room. Now this is my room, and this is the room of whoever has the night shift, and this is the room of the kids. So you know what I mean. So we're just roommates then. He was there and I was here in my room, and he was texting me. He was like, hey Diana. I was like, yeah. I was like, I thought he would say something nice or whatever. He was just saying like, we ran out of toilet papers. Do you know where the toilet paper is? And I was like, oh wow. So I was telling him, no, you know, it's downstairs. You can just pick it up. And that was it. That was the conversation. I was like, okay, good night. This guy is really weird. And then one time, me and Rina were actually, we were on a dining table, and we were, you know, this Magic Mike, this movie where men are getting naked, and you know, like stripper man who's dancing in a club. It's a movie for girls, you know. We were listening to the playlist of this Magic Mike, and Chris was sitting on a couch, I think, and he heard this music, and he was like, oh, Magic Mike. And then me and Rina was looking at each other. I was like, oh girl, it's confirmed. Bayot, he's really gay. So after that, we just made fun of him because I really thought he was gay. I was traveling. I went to like a normal au pair. My life was so busy because I was thinking I'll only be here for a year. I don't have time to waste. I was dating. I was traveling. I went to where did I went? I went to Amsterdam, I went to Austria, I went to Switzerland, I went to Italy, I went to France, I went to Belgium, I went to Spain. I was all over. And I haven't heard from Chris anyway. He was just like a normal guy. He's you know, he does his work. He doesn't talk to us. He really doesn't. Normally the other girls or other co-workers, they talk to us like, you know, like normal, like, you know, how was your day, or, you know, like small talk. But Chris, he doesn't. Never. And we went to, where was that? We went to Spain, because normally if the family goes to Spain, because they have like a, what you call it, a rest house there. They also have a house, so every summer or every holiday we go there, like Christmas holiday or Easter break. We always go to this rest house they have in Mallorca. So if I go to Spain, the other nurses, they have their days off. They don't have to work, because yeah, it's only like family time. And I, so to speak, I work there as a nurse. And after 3 weeks, we went back to Germany, and Chris was on duty at that time. Yeah, he was on duty. And to my surprise, he told us like, hey Diana, do you want to go to an indoor playground with me and the boy? I mean, not indoor playground, indoor pool, because here in Germany they don't really have beaches. They only have indoor pool. I don't know, it's crazy. So we drove there for an hour, and we stayed at in the indoor pool for 2 hours, I guess, and we went back again for an hour, you know, from Sauerland to Dusseldorf back home. So it's like 4 hours, just me, him, and the boy. And then it was crazy, because I've never talked to him, or I don't know him, or you know what I mean. He was just like a normal co-worker to me. And then he started talking. He turned on the music and he started talking, and I was like, oh my god, you actually talk, nah? And he was like, yeah, I talk. I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, because I was wondering, well, how come you never talk to me or to us girls at home? He was like, yeah, because I don't really speak English. Isn't it crazy? He doesn't talk to us because he doesn't speak English. And I was like, what? I also don't speak that good English. Why are you so ashamed about not talking English anyway? You know, nobody's gonna correct you. If maybe you have grammatical error, then maybe we can correct it, but it's not a big deal. My god, you can talk to us. And then I found out that he's actually funny. He's stupid. You know, we had a lot of fun. It was my first time actually that I got to know him as a person, and he's not that snob, and I found out that he was not gay because he was talking about his ex-girlfriends and things like that. I was like, oh my god, you know what, Chris, I really thought you were gay. And he was like, what? Why didn't you ask me if I was gay or not? I mean, because it was obvious that you are. I was like, what? Of course not. I don't really like nerd guys because he looks like he's a nerd. But then one time, he was driving his motorcycle. I didn't know that he drove a motorcycle. Normally, he just drive with his car to work. But this time, he was driving his motorcycle, like a bike, you know, this sports bike. And I can hear the sound of this bike. Brr, brr, brr. I was like, oh my god, who is that then? And then I found out that I thought it was a Power Ranger. I thought it was a Power Ranger. Because in the Philippines, you know, when we drive a motorcycle, we don't wear like a Power Ranger suit. And then I fell in love. Oh my god, he was so sexy. He was at that time, I was like, oh my god, you are the sexiest man I've seen so far since I came here to Germany because of your Power Ranger suit. Yes, it was my knight in shining armor on his bike. And at that time, I was like, you know what? He's not gay. It's confirmed. He's really a manly person. Developing feelings for him, né? Diana, have you seen a German movie, like in a cinema? Because I really want to watch this movie, and I think you'll find it cool. If you want to, I can invite you then. I was like, oh my god, is this a date? I was thinking it was a date, but so I was really preparing for it. When I was there, so he picked me up. I was like, you know, I'll pick you up then at around 9 in the evening. because the movie starts at 10. I don't know, I forgot about it. And then when I went there, to my surprise, he was with a friend, a guy friend. So I was like, oh, now I'm a third wheel. So he was just being nice to me. He just, you know, he just thought about me like a normal co-worker. So I lost hope, and I was like, you know what? Let me just continue dating anyway. So I continued dating, and I forgot about him. And yeah, it was just that. Girls were actually talking to me. I was like, Diana, why are you dating other men, other guys, when Chris is there? You know, he's good looking, he has his own apartment, he has his own car, he is young, and he drives a motorcycle. I think he's hot. I was like, why are you looking for other guys when you have this? And I was like, you know what, girls? He doesn't like me. We were on a cinema, but he was with a friend and with me. You know, if he actually is interested, why can't he just be with me alone? You know what I mean? Why would he invite another person? And they were like, you'll never know, but I suggest take this guy. But I didn't listen. That's why I continued to date other men. You know, I have a date, but unfortunately on this day I was working in the afternoon shift, and Chris was working in the morning shift. So I was telling Chris, would it be possible, please, that we can exchange shift, because I want to be on this date, but I'm working in the afternoon and you're working in the morning. Maybe we can change. You can work in the afternoon, I can work in the morning. He was like, why are you going to this date? Who is this guy? I was like, you don't know, but he's hot. And he was like, okay, I will only say yes if you go out with me on a sushi restaurant. I was like, well, why are we going to a sushi restaurant? I don't know, because you're also going to a sushi restaurant with this guy. Why can't we also do it then? And I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, okay. But I was thinking that, you know what I mean, like a friend. I was like, okay, if you wanted to, then yeah, just tell me then that you're gonna say yes in exchanging the shifts with me today. And it was like, okay. So after that, when the date went good, he was texting me. When I was on the date, he was texting me. He was like, hey Dan, how was the day? And my date was telling me to like, who are you texting to? I was like, I'm texting my coworker. I was like, why are you texting your coworker? I don't know, he's just a friend. And I was like, yeah, I think this guy likes you, Diana. I was like, no, he doesn't like me. We went out on the cinema, he was with another friend, so he doesn't like me. I was like, and the guy was like, oh, okay, so let's see then on another date. I was like, yeah, cool, let's make another date. So this date was really going so good. I think we already were going for 3 dates in a row. Yeah, I really like this guy too. The day came, it was like, okay, I have a day off on this day, Diana, let's do the sushi thing. So I was like, okay, then let's do it at around 7 in the evening. And he was like, okay, 7 is good. So he picked me up at home. But I was you know, normally on a date, I do a little bit, you know, a little makeup, or, you know, like make myself look presentable. On this day, I was wearing no makeup. I was just wearing jeans and a t-shirt and some sneakers, like a normal day. And then Chris was wearing a pullover. He was sitting on his car inside, and I came inside the car, and he was like, Diana, why are you not wearing makeup? And I was like, why should I? Is this a date? And he was like, yeah. And I was freaking out. What do you mean it's a date? And I was like, oh my god, Chris is really sweet, blah blah blah. Maybe he can be my potential boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking so fast. But then again, after the restaurant, he told me, you know what, Diana, maybe if you want to see my cats, I can invite you over to my place. Then I got turned off, because why would he invite me to his apartment, you know, if he doesn't expect that something would happen? So I was like, Anyway, so I just, you know, it was already late, so I cannot go home anyway. Then when I came home, the girls were freaking out. They were already saying that me and Chris were together. So my host mom was like, oh my god, Diana is together with Chris now. And I was like, oh my god, girls, we're not together. Nothing happened. Chill. You just kind of play the role because everyone was expecting that we're together. So I cannot date nobody else anymore, because I don't want to appear like, you know, like I'm just selling myself out there, because if people think that I'm together with Chris now, why would I date another man? It's Sunday. If you want to, we can go then barbecue with my family if you have nothing else to do. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But I was not thinking like, I just say yes, because I always say yes every time. I don't know, it's just me. I say yes. It's easy. Is it like formal? Is it what German people does? They just meet the parents? For me, I was like, maybe it's normal, because in my country it's not normal that you meet the parents directly. But I was like, it's Chris, maybe it's for him, it's normal. So he was like, okay, then let's go, let's do it then. So we went there, we were driving, I never met his parents. But before we went to his parents, he was calling his grandmother because it's on the way. It was like, you know what? Let me just drop off to my grandma first, because why not? I want to visit her. I haven't seen her for weeks now. So we also went to his grandma. We went to his grandfather. I met his parents, and at night I met his friend. And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Actually, his family is awesome. They're awesome. But I was like, for me, it was too much. I was like, is this normal? Or maybe I don't want to feel like I'm someone important, because it's, you know what I mean. But anyway, you know what? I was like, let me just sleep over it and think that everything is normal. We just did so much. And he never asked me to be his girlfriend. After 3 weeks, we went again to his family. His mom was asking me, so Diana, are you in love with my son? And I just said yes. And Chris was like, what? Yeah. And that was it, guys. We were, I think, official. So I was asking Chris, what are we then? And he was like, yeah, we're together. You said you fell in love with me. So I was like, it's official. After 9 months of being together, we moved in together. I moved to his place. It was May. I moved May 1. And on the 3rd of May, 3 days after I moved, we drove his bike. Hilltop, there was castle. Kneeled on one knee, and he proposed to me, guys. He proposed to me, and it was the sweetest thing ever. So yeah, that was our love story. And actually today is our anniversary, our engagement anniversary. It was May 3. Yeah, so happy anniversary to us, love. Yeah, that was our love story. I know it's very, very long, and thank you guys for listening. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and press that notification bell so you will get updated on my next post. Yeah, so I love you, and I'll see you soon, okay? Take care, and bye bye.